Hello friends, you are watching Technical Subhasish. Today in this video I will talk about features of OOPS. So let's start. So friends, before knowing Java, we should know about the features of OOPS. We know that Java is a object oriented programming language, so we should know the features of object oriented programming. So let's start. The first feature is object. So what are objects? The objects are the real world things. That means everything that we see in our day to day life in the real world are the objects. The object is an instance of a class and it is a runtime instance of the class. It is also called the real print. So, for example, a person, a place, etc. etc. So, after the object, the next concept is the class. So, what is a class? A class is a collection of similar types of objects. That means, suppose a student is a class, and a class is called the blueprint, whereas the object is called the real print. A class contains attributes and behaviors of the object of that class. That means, suppose student is a class, then it will contain the attributes and behaviors of a student object. For example, here are some examples. Class is student, attributes are name, roll number, behaviors are reads, do homework, etc. etc. So friends, what is attribute? The attributes are the properties of an object and the behaviors are the functions of an object. So this is about class. So the next one is abstraction. So what is abstraction? It is the mechanism of representing essential features without knowing its background details. For example, a car user only knows the normal driving techniques rather than the working of engine, etc. The abstraction differs from person to person, situation to situation, etc. Then the next one is encapsulation. Encapsulation is the technique to combine the data member and the methods into a single unit. That means it will combine all the states and behaviors, that is attributes or attributes and behaviors, into a single unit. And the example is the object is the combination of data members and member methods. Then the next one is inheritance. It is the mechanism by which one class can acquire the properties and behaviors of another class. That means we can apply this technique to acquire properties and behavior of one class to another class. Here the old class is called base class or parent class or superclass, and the new class is called derived class or child class or subclass. There are several types of inheritance: single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, etc. etc. So in single inheritance, there is a single base class and a single derived class. In hierarchical inheritance, there is a single base class and two or more than two classes are derived from that base class. Then in multiple inheritance, two or more classes derive one child class. That means there are two or more than two base classes and one derived class. In multi-level inheritance, one derived class acts as an base class. That means, suppose A is a base class, B is a derived class derived from base class A, then in case of multi-level inheritance, we will derive another class C from the first base class B. That means B will derived from A and C will derived from B. So this is about inheritance. Then the next one is polymorphism. It is the technique in which one method name can be used for different purposes. That means in the example you can see we will use two different methods which will calculate the sum of two integers and two real numbers respectively in a single class. And the polymorphism is a technique by which various forms of a single function can be defined and shared by various objects to perform the operations. So friends, this is about polymorphism. That means we can use one function name for different purposes. So next one is code reusability. That means we will reuse our pre-written code again and again. So how to do that? We can use the method concept to reuse our written codes again when we need. So this is all about the main features of object oriented programming. So if you like this video, like, comment, share and subscribe my channel Technical Subhasish.